Bitcoin and the crypto market correction, navigating the downtrend as well as the uptrend. Stay tuned to know more. So hi guys and welcome back to another Gabs cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out daily technical analysis like this. So this video will be a different one kasi we are going to talk about trading strategies, especially yung mga trading strategies na ginagawa natin lately, especially napapansin ko kasi na marami nagko-confuse dun sa ginagawa nating analysis, especially na nahalo nila yung mga short-term analysis with the long-term. So in this video, we are going to address those things, especially sa mga baguhan sa channel natin. Kasi of course, if you are new to the channel, baka nalilito kayo kung bakit ba meron tayong may two types of chart na fina-follow tayo for the short-term as well as for the long-term. Well, in this video, ito yung magiging isang recap kung paano ba yung trading strategies natin dito sa channel and how have we been doing it since the start. So siguro, a quick recap. Napapansin nyo, diba? Ever since the start, meron tayong fina-follow na two types of trading strategies and that is actually for the short-term as well as the long-term. Now, dito yung sa part na marami nako-confuse mga tao. It's because if you're going to enter into the crypto market, you need to understand first your identity. And that is why, kung naalala nyo, I actually posted this months ago na, sobrang tagal na. And it's actually understanding what type of a trader are you. That's why if you're going to check out my Gabs Crypto 101 playlist, siguro let's open natin yung playlist. If you're going to open this, makikita nyo yung ating first few steps sa ating technical analysis is understanding what type of a trader are you. And that is why that is a very crucial part. Kasi let's say you are a short-term trader following the very short-term movement. And then let's say nagbigay ako ng analysis for the long-term. Nagbigay ako ng analysis that is following the weekly time frame. Ngayon, as a short-term trader, will this long-term analysis be applicable to your immediate actions as well as with your immediate trades? Well, I don't think so. Kasi, of course, iba yung movements ng short term. Kasi if you're going to look at the short term, though in a bigger time frame, you can see na we are still in an uptrend for a bigger time frame. Pero if you're going to look at the shorter time frame, we are actually in a clear downtrend. So, ito yung siguro yung pinakang main important thing na kailangan nyo ma-understand is yung identity nyo as a trader. Are you trading in for the very short term? Are you trading in for the very long term? And in that case, what type of a trader are you? Are you going to be a position trader, swing trader, day trader, or scalper? Kasi if you can see, if you're going to look at this chart, the less frequent in yung trade, yun yung pinaka-less aggressive, pero the more frequent yun yung magiging more aggressive. And then with that being said, yung ginagawa natin dito sa channel, we are actually following two types of trading strategies. And that is, first things first, more on the position trading. And then the second thing is moving in between swing as well as day trading. So when I started this channel, I actually focused more with the position trading as well as investment for the long term. And that is why if you're going to look at some of my first few videos, we were actually following more of the long-term movement and then pinag-usapan natin how to buy the dip. Kasi ito guys, yung kailangan nyo maintindihan. So, hati natin to into two parts. Gagawin natin for a position trader standpoint as well as for a short-term trader standpoint. So, if you're going to look at this as a position trader standpoint, kasi let's try to use this logarithmic growth curve. We can actually see na the price of Bitcoin has been appreciating for the past 12 years. So, we have an actual data indicating na the fundamentals of Bitcoin will actually be holding out throughout the test of time kasi yun nga, we actually have a data indicating na despite of those intra-market cycle volatility na nakita natin yung every ilang years, as you can see, the overall trend is still in an uptrend dito sa ating Bitcoin price action. So with that being said, as a position trader and as a long-term investor and trader, the best thing to do dito is actually by buying the dip. Kasi if you're going to look at this, if you're going to look at the weekly chart, and then let's say you are going to look at each and every area dito ng Bitcoin price action, you can actually see na buying the dip actually makes sense. Kasi let's say you entered into a bear market. Look at this. Even if we entered in a bear market, you can actually see na even if you hodl it kahit gano'ng katagal, you can actually still be in profits in the long run. So, as you can see, even though na mag-abang ka dyan, even though na nag-buy the dip ka during a bear market, you can actually see na in the long run, you are going to be still in profits kasi if you're going to hodl it, it's just actually a normal intra-volatility market cycle. Now, ang catch dito is, now there will be times na nag-buy the dip ka tapos it keeps on dipping then that's where you are going to follow the dollar cost average strategy. That is why yung aking first video na pinost ko dito was how to buy the dip using dollar cost average strategy. So as you can see, yung isang strategy na lagi ko sinashare sa inyo as well as analysis is the long term. So ano ba yung magiging movement natin for the long term? That is why, as you can see, if you are going to look at the Ethereum price action ngayon, we actually have a massive falling wedge, which is, yun nga, pag-usapan natin ito mamaya in the later part, kung ano ba nangyari dito sa ating latest falling wedge action. So that's why, yung ating analysis lately, di ba, meron tayong nakita na massive bullish signal, which is yun nga, may falling wedge. Pero, if you're going to look at the very short term, you can actually see na yun nga, iba yung analysis natin for the short term. And then now, dito na papasok yung ating strategy between swing trading, day trading, as well as the scalper. Ngayon, ito yung second part ng ating video, which is understanding the short-term analysis. So, there will be times na magkakaroon tayo ng bullish indicator for the bigger time frame, but it doesn't mean na it has to apply for the short term kasi yun nga, as mentioned earlier, we have those intra-market cycle volatility. As you can see, if you're going to look back dito sa ating mga previous analysis with the Ethereum price action, even though now we are in an uptrend dito kay Ethereum, we have been analyzing the downtrend. So, kung kanina pinag-usapan natin yung position trading, and position trading is more of investment and buying the dip using dollar cost average strategy. Dito naman, for the very short term, we are understanding the downtrend and then we are going to maximize the intra-market cycle volatility. So as you can see, nakita natin dito yung downtrend. So we are looking at the downtrend and then we are going to trade that downtrend and then after that, mag-await tayo na next indicators to form and then from there on, if nagkaroon tayo na next indicator, we are going to trade that downtrend and then from there on, we are going to play out kung ano ba yung magiging next analysis. And that's what we have been following. As you can see, even though na we are in a downtrend, especially nung September red month, despite of Bitcoin being bearish, you can see na we are still able to navigate those intra-market cycle volatility, yung uptrend na yan, and then yung ating bearish divergence, and then you can see meron tayong bullish divergence. So, di ba nakikita nyo guys, it doesn't mean na meron tayong analysis for the bigger time frame, means it has to apply for the shorter time frame. Yung pinakita ko sa inyo, yung mga example sa atin kanina na ipakita ko sa inyo guys na yung ating bigger time frame, iba yung analysis niya for the shorter time frame kasi for the shorter time frame, it can be different. It's not always the same and it doesn't mean na kung ano yung analysis natin for the bigger time frame, kailangan masunod for the shorter time frame. So going back to the Ethereum price action, I think dito yung maraming nalito lately kasi 'di ba? Nag-post ako lately na meron tayong massive bullish chart indicating na we have a bullish indicator for the bigger time frame. Pero if you're going to zoom in dito sa ating video, if you're going to move into the smaller time frame, 'di ba? Sinabi ko rin sa inyo guys na meron din tayong smaller time frame na bearish indicator which is itong pinapakita ko sa inyo guys na meron tayong rising wedge and rising wedge is a bearish indicator. So 'di ba sabi ko dito sa video na 'yan, if are we going to play out the rising wedge muna. And as you can see, ang nangyayari nga lately is yung nag-play out is yung rising wedge. So yung naging nangyari sa latest analysis natin. So ayun yung isang example na kung ano yung analysis natin for the bigger time frame can be different with the smaller time frame. Now, there are times din wherein our bigger time frame will be invalidated by the shorter time frame price action. So if you're going to look at the latest video din na pinost ko, so if you're going to look at the video na pinost ko din nung the same time, despite of having a double bottom nun, meron din tayong nakikita na in the shorter time frame, meron tayong descending triangle and the descending triangle is a 50-50 move. And then as you can see, if you're going to look at the shorter time frame, iba din yung analysis natin for the shorter time frame. So there will be times din na if let's say we play the bearish scenario dito sa ating shorter time frame, then it will more likely invalidate the bigger time frame price action if it breaks a certain support area. And then in that case, ito yung example na dapat fina-follow natin yung ating double bottom. It got invalidated because of this descending triangle for the shorter time frame. So as you can see in this channel, we tried to navigate each and every possible scenarios as much as possible. And then now, this is the final topic na pag-uusapan natin ngayon, which is why am I leaning towards a bullish bias analysis? Well, it's because if you're going to look at the fear and greed index, this data is actually an indicator telling us if the market is currently greedy or fearful. And then if you're going to look at the historical data, let's look at this historical data. Every time na Bitcoin goes down to the extreme fearful level, look at this. Let's try to analyze this data if you're going to look at this data overall. And then let's try to look at those period na kung kailan naging extreme fearful yung ating market. And then let's compare it to the Bitcoin price action during that period. So I think one of the best example would be this June 12, 2021, which is yung fear and greed index umabot up until 17. And if you're going to look at the Bitcoin price action during June 12, 2021, you can actually see na that was actually the time na bagsak yung market. And look at this. Yun yung isang time na bagsak yung market. Let's now move into ito. March 21, 2020. So let's look at March 21, 2020. Ano ba nangyari nun? So as you can see, March 21, 2020, kuling time na naging bagsak din yung Fear and Greed Index. As you can see, March 21, 2020 was the time when Bitcoin went down to the lowest possible area. As you can see, dun tayo pumunta sa lowest point around the 5,000 US dollars. So during that time, Bitcoin was at the extreme fearful Fear and Greed Index. Now, let's look back further in time pa. Let's use this bear market data. As you can see, around November 2018. So, let's look at the November 2018 data. And then, let's understand kung ano nangyari noong November 2018. So, looking at the November 2018 data, the time na naging sobrang bagsak ulit si Bitcoin was during this time of the bear market. Look at this. November 2018 and December, bagsak na bagsak yung market noon. And that was actually one of the time na extreme fearful then. And then look at this. At those time, bagsak na bagsak yung market. And then, ano yung nakikita nating trend dito sa ating market, Bitcoin market, despite of it being very, very bearish? Look at this. Ano ba yung nagiging indicator nun na ating Fear and Greed Index? It's actually an indicator saying na it's actually one of the best buying opportunity. And that is why I am leaning towards a bullish bias ngayon sa period na to. Kasi if you're going to look at the Fear and Greed Index, bagsak na bagsak tayo. And the only time na nangyari yung ganun kabagsak tayo is whenever na Bitcoin is going to see a massive correction. So as you can see, right now, we are at those similar areas na bagsak yung market. And in that case, that would indicate na if you're going to invest for the long term, that would now actually be one of the best time to buy Bitcoin and as well as crypto market for the long run. So kung ako tatanungin nyo, this is actually one of the best time to enter as a position trader. Now, when it comes to the short-term movement, doon napapasok yung ating ibang strategy, which is yun nga, yung mga trading patterns. But yun nga, di ba, sabi ko sa inyo kanina, the bigger time frame analysis cannot always be the same with the shorter time frame. Kasi yun nga, sabi, as mentioned kanina, the bigger time frame can be different kasi you can actually still maximize the intra-market cycle volatility. So now, to summarize this video, napag-usapan natin yung ating trading strategies na pinapakita dito sa video, ano yung type of analysis, especially for the shorter time frame as well as for the long-term time frame, type of traders, kung ano ba yung type of traders na ginagamit ko dito, and ano ba yung focus natin dito sa channel, and then as well as why am I bullish biased during this period. So hopefully nabigyan kayo ng light, especially sa mga baguhan dito sa channel, kung paano ba natin sino-structure yung channel natin, especially if you don't know your identity yet, if you're actually a long-term trader or a short-term trader, well, at least alam nyo kung ano ba yung ginagawa natin dito sa channel. Now, if you want to check out these resources, kung ano ba yung mga type of traders, ano ba yung mga analysis na ginagawa natin, each and every analysis na ginagawa natin dito sa channel, you can actually check out this playlist, which is Gabs Crypto 101 playlist. Dito, pinag-usapan natin lahat ng each and every trading strategies na ginagawa natin from different types of trading strategies, such as yung type of trader, then indicators, as well as those different trading strategies na ginagawa natin, especially sa moving average, RSI, bullish and bearish divergence, trading patterns, and many more indicators. Pero guys, let's say you want to invest for the long term dito kay Bitcoin, then actually the best thing to do that is actually to stake your coins. And the best place to stake your coins is actually in Crypto.com, kasi dito kay Crypto.com, if you are going to stake your coins, especially Ethereum, this is the best place to stake your coins because as you can see, you can earn up to 14.5 interest per annum if you're going to stake your coins and up to 14% naman on stable coins. So as usual, if you want to claim bonus dito kay Crypto.com, you can actually use my sign-up code, which is GabsCrypto. And if you are going to stake CRO, which is their native token, you can actually get their beautiful metal Visa card, which is ito. So if you want to get their beautiful metal Visa card, all you have to do is just to sign up with my sign-up code. And then, yun nga, you'll get that $50 bonus as well as stake the CRO para makuha nyo itong metal Visa card ni Crypto.com. Now, let's talk about the very short-term price action naman. Kasi yun nga, we have been focusing with the strategies kanina. Now, let's talk about a very quick short-term analysis. So, diba, kagabi, nag-post ako ng signal na meron tayong falling wedge forming for the very short-term. And then, yun nga, tinrade natin siya, yung falling wedge. And look at that, we met our target exactly. So, congratulations, guys, if you've traded that. So, tingnan natin siya ngayon. Just to give you a quick recap of that analysis. As you can see, this is the falling wedge na sinabi natin kagabi. And that is actually for the very, very short term. So look at this. This is actually seen in the 15-minute time frame. And traditionally, a falling wedge is a bullish pattern to the upside, which we actually played out exactly na nga. So congratulations if you have traded that. Ako, I personally traded that with BingX. As you can see, I have been trading those movements yesterday. So after that, nag-take na ako ng profit. And then right now, ano ba yung next price action dito kay Bitcoin? Well, during the time of this recording, meron tayo actually very short-term bullish divergence, pero sadly, nag-play out na siya while during the time of this recording. But yeah, right now, I think ang maganda na ngayon tingnan dito is actually for the bigger time frame. So let's try to zoom out and let's look at the daily time frame. So as you can see, right now, we are at this support area kung saan tayo nagkaroon ng Bitcoin all-time low noong September. And then on the previous months, that all-time low is actually a previous resistance. So during the previous time ni Bitcoin, that similar area was actually a strong resistance for the Bitcoin price action. So right now, we are at that support area and we are going to monitor this in the coming hours. And then siguro right now, we have to wait out for the next indicators to form pa din for us to trade in the next few days. Kasi look at this, I think it's too early to tell pa kung ano pa yung pwede natin i-trade dito. Pero if let's say meron tayong emergency trade for the very short term, you can actually check out this Telegram group na meron tayo. So you can actually join our Telegram group kasi there are times na meron tayong short-term analysis na bigla-biglaan lumalabas. So in that case, if you want to maximize that, you can actually join our Telegram group na you can find the description down below. Pero yeah, right now, we are going to wait out still for the next indicators to form dito kay Bitcoin price, especially for the 4-hour time frame. And then for the daily time frame, we need to watch out for this 40,000. Actually, it's between the 40,000 up until the 42,000 US dollars yung support area na tinitingnan natin. And if let's say we are going to enter this area na yan, if we are going to breach that area, then our next support area would be around the 37,000 or roughly 38,000 US dollars area. So right now, for the Bitcoin price action, we are going to wait this one out, especially we are going to wait out for the next indicators to form. And then looking at the Ethereum price action, diba, we were actually monitoring this falling wedge, and traditionally, a falling wedge is a bullish price action to the upside. Pero yun nga, nagkaroon tayo ng massive correction kay Bitcoin. So I think we are going to wait out for the next indicators to form pa muna dito kay Ethereum in order to understand kung ano yung next price action Ethereum. But as of now, meron tayong support area for Ethereum between the 3,000 up until the 3.3K area dito kay Ethereum price action. So as of now, we are starting to invalidate this falling wedge. But yeah, it's still too early to tell kasi we are yet to see the next indicators to form, especially dito sa ating RSI. So right now, what we want to see is for the RSI to form the next indicator with the Ethereum price action. So ayun muna update natin for today, guys. If you find this useful and informative, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video and bye-bye for now.